Good morning, everybody. I am having iced coffee. I've already had 2 cups of hot coffee, but it's noon now, so I've switched to iced coffee. So what I use for iced coffee is the like Stoke brand cold brew coffee in a container and almond milk. Well, I poured it and I looked at it and I thought, you know what? Even though it's already got almond milk, I'm going to give it a splash of half and half. Shame on me. I did, and it's extra yummy. So this is here for my crafting if I want to use a glue gun or something like that. Anyway, it just happened to still be here, so I got rid of I didn't get rid of, it's in the washing machine, the 4th of July tablecloth because it is so busy and it's rough. It's like burlap material, and I'm kind of tactile that way. I didn't like the feel of it. And so today we have paisley gold. I can't find my other blue one. I chased I don't have one central location for every one of my tablecloths. By the way, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're not new, I hope if you like what you see, you'll consider giving me a thumbs up. Or if you don't, a thumbs down, see if I care. And let's see, what else could you do? You could subscribe, obviously, or comment. I love to chat. I'm like that. I'm a chatter. So I am doing upload on Mondays. Hashtag Plan With Me Monday 25. Apparently I wrote this either in 24 or early 25, and I messed up because I still wasn't right in 25. You know what I mean? You make that mistake early. Anyway, it's hosted at Maniac Grammy's homestead. Her name is Brenda. She obviously lives in Maine. She's all that, and she's fun. So she has this open collaboration where all are welcome, and you just put in here what you're going to do for the day on Monday. Meals, chores, vacation plans, homeschool lesson plans, shopping lists, any kind of planning you could possibly do. Mine is not the most fun plan. I'll show you what I have. Ugh. Oh, by the way, today's going to be 85, and I think I'm either going to make, well, I don't know. I'll tell you on my plan. Everything, so I'll remember. Miss Patience, my little granddaughter, is 11 now. She's 11 tomorrow. She's going to spend the day with one of my older kids, and they're going to the mall, and she's going to be treated like a little princess, because that's, she's got a list. You know what? I could show you her list. That's a list. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Her brother is 21. He'll be 22 in October, and he works full time. And at work, he stepped with his work boots onto a nail, and it went through the work boot into his heel. Well, he doesn't need a doctor. He's a lot like his grandma. I'm the same way, but this is different. It's just my grandson, and he needs a doctor. 2 days later, his mother said, okay, you're still hobbling around, and you are obviously not getting better. She was actually afraid there was bone involvement, like it was in the heel, and she was afraid of that, She looked at it, and it was pretty good infected. So she drove him to urgent care. It was Sunday. It was yesterday. And they gave him an injection of antibiotic right away. They gave him a tetanus shot because it was just time. The DPT, all the goodies, the cocktail. What is that? Diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus cocktail. So now he won't get diphtheria or pertussis, maybe. Is it pertussis whooping cough? Whooping cough? I think it is. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've had to give anybody any information about that. Or had my kids have it. Okay, anyway, off track here. So they did all of that, and then they gave him an X-ray to be sure there wasn't infection in the bone. Well, you can't see infection, but bone involvement and all of that. And everything was clear on the bone, as in not being hit or chipped or whatever. And sent him on his way with 2 different oral antibiotics to go with the injection, to go right away into his system. I have had, I don't remember what I had. I was very, very sick. I was 17 years old. I was married to my first husband. And I was sicker than I've ever been in my life, before or after. Everybody thought. I walked out of the bedroom and they said, you're white as a sheet. And the whole reason I'm telling you this is they gave me something, because I was 17, I don't know what it was. It was thick, white antibiotic of some kind. And it hurt like I won't even say, hurt like a mofo. I did say. Anyway, I remember I had a baby not long before that, and that hurt. But this was in my muscle, in my buttocks there, and slaps my buttocks. I had littler buttocks back then. Anyway, it hurt, and I'm wondering if they did the same thing to him. Whole point for my wandering around. Okay, let me get to my list. If you think of him, you can pray for him if you want to. He's the sweetest thing. He really is precious. It's going to be hot today, 85, cool down on Wednesday. I'm thinking about making Rice Krispie treats because I don't have to turn the oven on. So here's my plan for today. Ugh, not a fun thing on it. Is there? No. Okay, we're going to bathe Joy Bell, my little girl poodle. She went to the groomer last Wednesday, so she's getting a bath today. Water porch flowers. Yeah, that's no big deal. Shower. That's for me. I'm going to do it after I bathe her because we both get wet. I'm going to sweep and vacuum the house because it needs it. I was looking along the baseboards and I was like, oh my gosh. Even in my bathroom, it's just dusty, Going to fold laundry. I've got 2 loads to fold. I'm going to do 2 more loads of laundry. I'm going to make a no-cook dessert and cut up the watermelon that has been on the counter, and that'll be good on a hot day. A cold salad dinner. I'm thinking like Peewinkle or something. It's cold macaroni. It's got mayonnaise, celery, onions, tuna, and peas. Frozen peas, I hate canned peas. They pop. The frozen peas pop when you bite them, and I like that. And I need to clean out the fridge because there is no room at the end. I got to figure out either throw some leftovers away that have been in there too long. I really need to do that for sure. And check out my, what do you call that? The produce drawer. Because I'm sure there's things in there looking to die. And so that is my entire story. And you never know. I may get it all done. I may get 3 things done. But I do need to, I've got some hot topics here. Hold on. Okay, I thought that I could pare down this list, so I put an X near the things that absolutely have to be done. The only thing that I didn't X was sweep and vacuum the house, which really I do need to do. 2 more loads of laundry and a no-cook dessert. I don't know why I didn't do this. That watermelon has to be cut up, but in order to cut it up, I got to put it in the fridge after, and I've got to make room in my fridge. We have another fridge out in the shop, but, that's not going to do it because what happens is you put leftovers out in the fridge, and I need to put a list what's in what fridge. That's a good idea. Anyway, somebody will come back in like 2 weeks later and go, did you know that dessert you put out there is still there? Well, no, because I never set foot in that place. That shop down the hill there's nothing in there that, other than the fridge and the freezer, and it's downhill and away from the house, and I don't have the love for it. I wish the extra fridge and freezer were in the house garage where the deep freezer is. That would be ideal for me. That should be my space, I believe, because they have their space out there in the shop, which is, by the way, bigger than the house that I raised the boys in. That is a lot of room in that shop. Anyway, yap, 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 yap. And that's what you wanted to hear, right? You hear the clock? It's now noon, and I have not gotten started. I'm sitting here in my pajamas that I slept in, and I'm going to finish this coffee, and then I'm going to bathe her. Yes, sirree, that's my plan. If you got this far, I hope you'll consider subscribing, and tune in tomorrow, because you never know. Oh, you do know. Tomorrow I'm going to show you what's for dinner, I think. And it'll be Tea Tuesday. So I'll change from my coffee to Tea Tuesday. Thank you, Brenda, at Maniac Grammy's Homestead for doing this collaboration. I appreciate you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.